¿Qué pasa, YouTube? 6fthax here. Have for you guys today another Wi-Fi battle. Now, you guys may be wondering, Leo, what is up with the battle screen? Well, just wait and look. And there it is, guys. This is going to be a layout that I'm going to be using in future Wi-Fi battles. Now, it does take a little bit more time and effort to do them, but I feel like it definitely ups the quality of the video for you guys to be able to enjoy more. So, of course, if you do enjoy the video, make sure to hammer that like button down below and to answer the question of the day, which is located on the bottom left hand corner. Now that's not going to be up for the whole video, so don't worry about that, but yeah, let me know what you guys think about this layout. Do you like it? Do you not like it? And just, I want to give a huge shout out to my boy Guy Rodwell. His Twitter link is going to be down in the description. He made my layout for this and my layout for my league matches, so if you guys maybe want to go commission him, definitely hit him up. I absolutely love this layout and I love the work that he's done. So I think I've rambled on enough. This match is against Bliz. His channel link is going to be down in the description along with his Twitter. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this match started. So looking at the team preview, we are both running really offensively based teams. Rotom Wash and Landorus Therian were easily going to be the biggest issues going into this match, and expecting him to lead off with one of those two, I actually end up leading off with my Mew. Now, the cool thing about this is that I have the Mewnium Z, which means turn one against this Rotom, I'm going to go for the Genesis Supernova, and oh my Arceus, guys, this move animation is easily top 3 of my favorite move animations. Just look at it. That is so cool. Mew's gonna hurl a Spirit Bomb at the Rotom, and much to my surprise, I'm able to straight Iyokuu Rotom. I thought that I was only going to do like maybe 85-90%, but no, I'm able to get rid of Rotom, which would have been a humongous nuisance in this match, because now I don't have to worry about it going for Volt Switches, Will-O-Wisps, potential Thunder Waves, or Hydro Pumping anything that I want to switch into it. So he's gonna bring in his Landorus, and I'm just gonna leave in my Mew because I don't want to waste my turns of Psychic Terrain, as I'm able to cleanly 2-KO out the Landorus. He is just going to take this chance to get up his Stealth Rocks, which is perfectly fine by me, and because he still has his Magearna in the back, what I'm going to do this turn is actually go for the Nasty Plot, predicting him to switch into Magearna. And unfortunately, this Mew on this team doesn't have Fire Blast. My hardest hitting move is Aura Sphere, but because Psychic Terrain is up, Psychic actually does a little bit more damage than what Aura Sphere would be doing, which is why I decided to go for the Psychic as opposed to the Aura Sphere, as I'm able to take two Flash Cannons and get knocked out by the third. He does unfortunately get the special defense drop, which really does suck, because even though I wouldn't have been able to knock out the Magearna with a third Psychic, I would have been able to put him in range of where he wasn't able to switch in to 2 Psyshocks coming from my Latios. So he's able to knock me out there, as I can get a free switch into my Volcanion, but I ended up misclicking on Magearna because I was checking the speed to see if Volcanion was faster than Magearna, and I accidentally switched in Magearna thinking that I had clicked on Volcanion, and just, yeah, that was a little bit dumb on my part. But honestly, not that the Rotom is gone, my Magearna was only really going to be a switch into his Magearna, so I guess this still kind of works out because I'm able to chip him down with the Hidden Power Fire, and because he is faster than me, on the off chance that he did want to try and switch out here into the Landorus, or just leave in his Magearna for Death Fodder to chip mine down, I'm actually going to switch up moves and go for the Flash Cannon, because I still would have been able to knock out Magearna at that range of HP, and I'm able to knock out this Landorus on the switch in. So Rotom Wash and Landorus both gone by turn 7, which is absolutely amazing. Unfortunately though, he's got this next giant threat in Zard and Charizard, which I don't know if it's Zard Y or X yet. As you see, he is Y, but if he was X, I decided just to leave in my Magearna to go for the Floral Cannon to try to get off a little bit of damage on him, but because he is Y, even if he missed the Fire Blast here, I'm not going to get off much damage with Floral Cannon because he does resist it. So he's going to be able to just roast my Magearna, which is fine by me because Magearna did more than enough in this match, being able to weaken his Magearna and eventually knock out his Landorus. I can now get a free switch into my Einstein, the Latios. Now I am Choice Scarf Latios, which means my Psyshock is not going to be able to knock out the Serena here on the switch-in, which really sucks because I most likely would have been able to switch up my moves from Psyshock to Draco Meteor to then knock him out. But because I am Scarfed, I am locked into the Psyshock, which as you can see is about a 4-hit KO, maybe 5-hit KO depending on rolls and leftovers. So I'm going to be forced to switch out here into my Landers, expecting him to just want to go for the drop kick or maybe try and go for the U-turn, just wanting to get off some damage on my Latios or predicting me to switch out. But he actually pulls out the Toxic, which I was not at all expecting, and this is a little bit annoying because now my Landers is put on a timer, and of course I don't have the leftovers of my own. I actually have the Rocky Helmet. So what I'm going to try and do here is bait him to Rapid Spin. That way I can potentially get a free switch into my Volcanion, because I don't want to switch my Volcanion in on a potential Trop Kick, because my Volcanion can live one Solar Beam coming from Charizard at around 60 or 70% HP. So he is going to go for the Trop Kick here after I get on my Stealth Rocks, and because he does have the Zard Y, I'm very positive that he's going to want to try and go for the Rapid Spin this turn. So what I'm going to do is take this chance to go for the U-turn to not only chip down this Serena, but like I said, I can now get a potential free switch into my Volcanion, because I'm very positive he's not going to go for another Trop Kick or a Toxic. He most likely is going to go for the Synthesis or try and go for the Rapid Spin to get rid of the Stealth Rocks, which he does end up going for the Rapid Spin. And this is really good for me because I actually have the Toxic on this Volcanion, and his only real switching to my Volcanion is his Charizard Y, which is still going to take a good chunk of damage if I decide to go for my Fire Stab move in the Sun. But because I want to try and Toxicate and kind of wear it down over time, I'm actually going to go ahead and fire off a Toxic here as he switches into the Magearna, which was a little bit annoying, but honestly it's not game changing at all because Volcanion is indeed faster than the Magearna. So I'm going to be able to knock out Magearna, and now my Latios can freely spam Draco Meteor, which is going to be really good for me in this match, unless he's got Fairy type Silvally or Steel type Silvally, which resists Draco Meteor. But if he doesn't have those two, then I'm free to just spam Dracos, which is really good. So he's going to end up bringing the Silvally here, and I just thought that maybe he had misgened it here, but it is actually normal Silvally. So I'm going to leave in my Volcanion expecting him to try and go for the Parting Shot, and I'm actually going to go for the Steam Eruption on the off chance that he did go for an offensive move. I can get off a little bit of damage with my Steam Eruption, as I'm able to do about 45%. He did unfortunately put me in range of where I can't take a Solar Beam from Charizard anymore, but it's not that big of an issue because I still have use for my Volcanion, because it is a rather good counter to that Serena, because I am able to outspeed it unless he's running a lot of Speed EVs, which I highly doubt. So I switch into my Scizor here, which unfortunately Scizor really doesn't do much in this game because he does have the Charizard. So I make a pretty aggressive play here, and I decide to Mega Evolve, and instead of going for the Bullet Punch, I actually go for the U-turn. And this could have been a little bit risky because he could have very well have been Expert Belt Silvally and then gone for the Flamethrower to knock me out. But luckily I forced him out into this arena, and I'm able to clean knock that out with the U-turn, which is really good for me, as I'm going to U-turn back into my Volcanion here. And at this point his last two Mons are the Charizard and the Silvally, which is really good for me. So he's going to end up bringing in his Charizard here, and like I said, I'm out of range of where I can live a Solar Beam, so my best option right now is to just fodder off my Volcanion here and get a free switch into my Latios. So that way I can 2-hit KO his Charizard as long as he doesn't get a crit or potentially has the Dragon Pulse. So he's going to knock me out with the Solar Beam here, and now I can get this free switch into my Latios. And even though I am Scarfed, Psyshock is still an easy 2-hit KO against that Charizard, which is really good for me. And he's actually going to end up switching out here into his Silvally, knowing that he can live one Psyshock. And it turns out that his Silvally was actually Scarfed, so I'm guessing that he was going to try and get off some damage with the Ice Beam, so he could put me in range of where Charizard Y would have been able to knock me out. But no, I myself am Scarfed, and I'm able to 2-hit KO the Silvally. And with Charizard being his last Mon, if he crits me with Fire Blast and knocks out my Latios, I basically lose this battle because Landorus isn't living a Fire Blast, and neither is Scizor. So I actually get the crit against him, but he doesn't crit me back. Now the crit on him doesn't matter because I still easily would have been able to 2-KO him with the Psyshock, and I'm going to be able to pull out the victory here. I honestly think this match was a lot closer than a 3-0 because, like I said, if he had crit me there, he definitely would have won this match because my last 2 mons wouldn't have lived the Fire Blast. But man, that animation for Mew's Z move is absolutely glorious, man. I love it so much. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this match. Let me know what you think about the layout, guys. With that being said, hammer that like button down below. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all tomorrow on Monday. So later, everybody.
Cause my brain and heart are both tied in the knot, and this hinders me from crying a lot. This causing me to show no emotion. But when I said I cared, I wasn't joking. But I guess it's too late for me to become broken. For now, I'm living with no more pain, tears, or hoping. I'm just coasting. Yeah, I said I'm coasting. No more pain, tears, and hoping. For real.